Alright, sorry I haven't been uploading in a minute. But yeah. And here we go. Today we're not gonna start a new one, but it's gonna be What If Naruto. We're gonna be continuing What If Naruto was, I think, moderate. No, What If Naruto only love one person. Season 2, episode 2. Probably just go get this season. This episode like what 5 or 6, cause I'm running out of ideas. I'm gonna think of something though. So basically, we left off. And sorry again for not posting this. What if I know somebody wanted it? I forgot his name though. But yeah, basically we start off with Naruto. After Kiyomi says, Naruto, are we gonna have kids? And so basically, that's where we left off at. But we basically left off right there. And so after she says that, Naruto says, he says, Kiyomi, don't act like that. You know we're gonna have kids. And she kisses him on the cheek and says, I know. And basically, I'm lucky, cause I forgot. No, I got most of it now, cause man, I haven't made this series in a minute. Basically, after he says, you know, we making kids and stuff like that. He grabs her hand, and he still hasn't forgot about Hinata, how he cheated, and Hinata, she still got the Sage of Six Pack's power, cause Sage Six Pack's thought like, oh, you know, like they destined to be, they could be together forever. But you know, he can't look into the future in this. He can't look into the future and stuff like that. So yeah, basically, Naruto says, as he picks Kiyomi's up, and he starts going back down to Earth or to the Shinobi world, and he says, hey, what's your name? I always forget her name. My God, I need to be better. He says, hey, Kiyomi. And she says, what is it, Naruto-kun? And he says, I'm going to go visit Hinata. And she says, oh, okay, I understand. And he says, and she tries to like get out of his, like he holding her right now, and she tries to like move. Like that, yeah. And Naruto, he like holds her back up and says, no, you're not going anywhere. You're coming with me. And she says, after Kiyomi says, Naruto, I don't want to see, I don't want to be around Hinata. That's your ex. And Naruto says, yeah, just come on. He says, I'm going to give you a gift. And she says, oh, okay. And she sighs. And Naruto, he's just blitzing over her down to Earth. He gets down to Earth, and it's like a meteor. But he he engulfed in a Nine Tails chakra, like, in a spear, a chakra shield. Like, he did like a little chakra shield, yeah. So basically, after he had the chakra shield, well, you know, he falls down to Earth and he crashes. And he's like, oh. He starts moving his back muscles and his shoulders. And then he pops his hand, he like cracks his hand, my bad. He cracks his hands, and then he says, looks like we're at looks like we're here. And basically after he said, looks like we're here, he sees like 15 Ambu coming towards him. Root Ambu. Like Danzoman, he sees like 15 root Ambu coming towards him. And Ambu stop and says, cause now he got like him a look, you know, he got him in that new look. So basically, I'm pretty sure this one, Naruto take over the world. I'm not sure. Pretty sure it is though. But yeah, he got a new look, and the root Ampu member says, hey, they say, hey, who are you, and what are you doing here? What's your purpose? And on an earpiece, we would say they have earpieces, an earpiece, earpiece. Danzo talks in and says, take him and that girl for his like test subjects, and Danzo says okay, and they turn off the like the little thing, the earpiece. And basically, after they turn off the earpiece, Naruto, he says, well, no, not Naruto, but Kiyomi says, Naruto, what are they gonna do to us? And Naruto says, nothing really. And he forms, you know that Frieza, you know what Frieza has, and he says, I forgot what he says. I think he says something like you'll die or something like that. I forgot, but he, you know, and boom, straight pop him in that neck. He pop all of them. Basically, he do a hold on, let me find out what the move called. All right, I got it now. Deku, he formed the death comet, right? And he like flicks his finger over there, and you know how Frieza he shot that laser out, or no, how Cell shot that laser out of his hand and killed Vegeta. Basically, he sees two Ambu members sneaking up behind him. He looks, you know, he got them two out the way, and then when Frieza has the laser in his eyes, and you see, basically, he sees more Ambu coming, like out of the ground trying to hold him down. He get them eyes, blast them all up. You already know. And basically, this ball of Frieza's, like, you know, his death. I forgot what it's called, but the death comet. The death comet. It already hit them. Now they out there. Like, there's no body, no blood, there's no anything. So basically, Naruto, he picks back up. What's your name? Actually, no. He been doing this with one hand. That's how Cody is. Yeah, he been doing this with one hand. And he says, after he says, he does after he says, you're all just a nuisance to existence. And he says, when I unlock my full strength, I'll take over this idiotic planet. Then I'll go kill them. And after that, Kiyomi, I'm gonna say Kiyomi kisses Naruto to make make him calm down from all that rage and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you know. So basically after that, Naruto, he just like tree jumping, and when he's tree jumping, basically he goes back to his old house, and they moved. He goes back to his old house. And actually, no, they didn't move. He goes back to where, like, last time he saw Hinata, he just looking around the area. He couldn't find Hinata. So he just searching. Because right now, he's trying to take about that Sage of Six-Pack's power. Like, she's not worthy. She's not Thor, bro. She's not worthy of that hammer. Basically, Naruto comes down. And when Naruto comes down. Basically, Hinata, she's in a leaf. And Naruto, he goes to the leaf, you know, right? Then he sees, we don't see, but he's just walking in the leaf, you know. Everybody know who he is, so they just, you know, or they haven't seen this kind of race before, the Otsutsuki. Or like they haven't seen this, they haven't seen the Otsutsuki before. And basically Naruto, he says Hinata, or he's like screaming her name, and Kiyomi's like, he's really worried for her. Maybe he doesn't. And basically after she says that, she says no. She puts herself together and says he only loves me. Yeah, there we go. And basically after that, um, after that, Kiyomi, Naruto, she said Naruto gets down. When Kiyomi gets down off his back, and Naruto goes, no, and Kiyomi says, Naruto, try your Sage mode. And he went Sage mode. He seen he not the chakra and says, oh, I wonder why I didn't try that. He sees her in the house. So he walks in the house. And she, she whipping it up. She got some nachos. She got the wings. She whipping it up. And then she got the Kool-Aid on the side. Yes, sir. I'm gonna say the Kool-Aid she got, I guess it really don't matter. But I love Kool-Aid, so her flavors are what is it called? Pink lemonade. No, lemonade and pineapple. No, and strawberry. Watermelon. My bad. Yeah. Strawberry and water. Lemonade, I mean. Lemonade and watermelon. This flavor right here make pink lemonade. So basically Naruto, he gets up and he says, well, he knocks on the door. And he sees he not the actress. And Kiyomi, she's behind Naruto. And Kiyomi, and he not to kisses Naruto. Cause like she really missed him, But Naruto don't miss her. Cause like she's just a cheating brat. Basically after he not to kiss her. Basically after he not to kiss Naruto, Kiyomi came back behind. Like she came from behind Naruto. And she said, how he not, and she says how he not, and she opens her eyes and she sees Hinata kissing Naruto, and Naruto kicks her and says, get away from me, you brat. I just came back to take my power. Or I just came back to take the Sage of Six Paths power back. And basically after that, after he says that, she says, no, I still haven't awakened, mastered it. And Naruto says, it's probably because you're too weak. After he says it's probably because you're too weak, Kiyomi says, Naruto, you shouldn't be so mean. And he says, sorry, Kiyomi. And basically, after he says, sorry, Kiyomi, he says, sorry, Kiyomi, Naruto, he says, no, Hinata, I'd like to take back my power, as he's been more polite. And Kiyomi says, Naruto, why are you being so formal? And he says, well, honestly, I don't know how you want me to talk. I don't know if you want me to talk formal or regular or mean or nice. And she says, just talk regular, as she chuckles. And Naruto says, all right. You're gonna get, and then he says to Hinata, I'm gonna take my power back and you're gonna be a useless brat. And he walks up to Hinata and she says, Byakugan. And Izuku says, I'd like those eyes. And he rips them out of her head. And she gets flopping like a fish on the ground. And Naruto, basically, he just removed the dojutsu, from her eyes. And he inserts, actually no. He gets the dojutsu, because he already got the Sharingan. He don't need it. Gets the dojutsu. He removes the genes and he puts it in Kiyomi. Not yet though. Like he stores it in a bottle or a jar. Yeah. He crushes the other one because he only need one eyeball for two eyes. And he touches her forehead. Actually, no. He summons a staff. He doom. Then he gets the staff. It's like how Whis staff is? How his staff is? Basically, Yeah. He gets the tip of his staff, or the little ball part, and he lay it on Hinata's forehead. And he says some chants, we some hand signs. Then Hinata, she just sitting there screaming. And Naruto did some more hand signs, made a seal. Boom! Shay made her shut up, because he didn't want nobody to come in there. Little did he know, Hinata was being too loud from the jump. Basically, somebody knock on the door and say, hey, are you okay in there? And Naruto said, Naruto looks at Kiyomi, and he says, like Hinata said. And Kiyomi walks to the door and says, I'm fine. It's just me and my girl. We're playing. And he says, oh, sorry for bothering you. And she says, no. She says, no, no problem. And basically, Naruto, he's sucking the power out of Hinata. And then he's sucking the power out of Hinata. You know, like, pretty much she dead. Like, yeah, she dead. That's all I'm gonna say. After he got completely 100% of the power out, he not dead. He not dead. That's what I'm saying. And then basically, Naruto, he wraps it in the ring, like all the power in the ring for Kiyomi, cause he gonna marry her one day. I'm not sure if they marry. I'm gonna say they fiancés. Actually, no, they just got together. Yeah, they just got together. Oh my god, I'm trying to marry him too fast. Moving too fast now. Alright. So basically, Naruto, he wraps it in one of his, like, when I tell you that ring, them is plump. Ooh, them got like at least like 4 diamonds on that thing, boy. And I'm gonna say it got some gold on it too. Pure 24. I'm gonna say it got the rarest gold on there, the rarest diamond on there, and some emeralds and gems, like, some expensive stuff. And this costs $1 billion. But Naruto, he also Suzuki, so he stacked. He got the money, he got the bread. So basically, 17 minutes. Basically, Naruto, he says, I'm gonna marry him one day. And after he says I'm gonna marry him one day, what's her name? Naruto, or Kiyomi comes back, closes the door, and he says, and she says, well, what did you do? Is she still alive, Naruto? And he says, no, she's dead. And Kiyomi gasps and says, you killed her? And he says, I mean, that was the only way to get my power back. And she sighs and says, you should try things with less violence. Like, you should try to do stuff without violence. And Naruto says, I'll try. And basically, after he says, I'll try, he picks her up. Basically, he walks out the house. I think he walks out the house. He goes to Hokage, to say what's up. Even though Tsunade wasn't cool like that. That's his granny, so you know what it is. Can't be rude to your grannies or your elders. So basically, Naruto basically says, as he walks into the Hokage mansion, still holding Kiyomi, he says, as he knocks on the door. Actually, no, he ain't knocking on the door. He walk in, and he walks into the Hokage office, and he says, hi there, Granny, haven't talked to you in a long time. And she says, do I know you? And she widens her eyes, and she says, she's saying, do I know you, while she's looking down. Because she knows that's not Naruto's voice. And, she knows that's not Naruto's voice. And basically, Naruto basically says, This is Kiyomi. Or not Kiyomi. I'm Naruto. You don't remember your own grandson? And and after he says that, Tsunade says, I'm not sure if Tsunade dead. If she is, Resurrection Jutsu was Hashirama cells, whatever. Basically, after he says, you don't remember your own grandson, she like looks up and says, listen here, Brat. No, don't try to like in impersonalize or something like she said. Don't try to act like you're my grandson. And she says, and he says, Naruto Uzumaki, believe it. And she widens her eyes. She says, Naruto, it really is you. And he says, yeah, I just wanted to come back and say hey or hi. And after he says hi, after he says that, basically Kiyomi, oh my, Tsunade says, who's that girl with you? Naruto says, oh, as he says Kiyomi now, I'll let her introduce herself. Actually, yeah. And Kiyomi, she gets off Naruto's back and she walks in front of Naruto and she says, my name is Kiyomi. She says, hi, Hokage. My name is Kiyomi Uchiha and I'm Naruto's girlfriend. And basically Naruto, I'm gonna say, oh sorry, my phone fell. Says basically Naruto says, after he says like, she's my girlfriend under his breath. He says, you won't be for long. And she says, what did you say, Naruto? And he says, she says, nothing. So basically after he said that, after he said, after he said, whatchamacallit, like, under his breath, and she said, what did he say? Not to say nothing. And he sighs. And Naruto says, Kiyomi, you have to go now. And someone says, wait, Naruto, I have some questions to ask. And he says, oh, fine, but I'll only give you an hour. And she says, perfect, that's all the time I need. And basically, why did I get off topic? Basically, he goes to, he basically just goes to, like to a room, and he put seals on it. Actually, no. He took it and he brings it to like somewhere deserted, and he creates like a little sand, or not a sand, but I'm pretty sure he had. Oh, nah, that was the other series. But yeah, he creates a 9-tailed dome where no one can hear him, only the people inside the dome. And like if you try to get in, you'll die, or listen, you'll die. So basically Naruto, like he says, what questions do you have to ask? And she says first, and she she says, and she hugs him and says, I haven't seen you in so long. Sorry if you heard that. She said, I haven't seen you in so long. And she says, after she says that, Naruto says, yeah, I know. I didn't want to see you for a while. And she chuckles and says, yeah. Anyways, first question. Why did you break up with Hinata? And he said, simple, she cheated. And Tsunade widens her eyes and says, what? She cheated? And Naruto was like, yeah, she did. And he said, next question. And he said, and she said, I don't have a question, it's kind of a request. I was thinking of hooking up Naruto and Tsunade, but I'm not. I'm making new if that's gonna hook him up. But basically, she says, what's the quest, Tsunade? And she says, well, you see, with your genes and with the Hyuga genes, you could create the most powerful baby in the world. Then our village would never be weak again. And he says that baby could probably hold off. He says the baby could probably take all 9 tails, the full 9 tails at once. Or like the full, Shikaku and all of them at one time. Like find them at one, all the tail beasts versus him. She says that child will probably win. And if he masters his power, he'd be unkillable. And she says, and he'd be the Otsutsuki. That means he'll probably be the new ruler of this world. And basically after he says that, the new ruler of this world, he says, oh, who do you want to make this baby with? She says, Hinabi Hyuga. And Naruto chuckles and says, no. She says, why not? And she looks at, I might be bending the rules of this series a little bit. But it's my series, so whatever. He says, actually, I'm gonna make him and Hinabi hook up. Not on this one, though. Basically, she says, I'm not dating any other girl or making kids with any other girl. And he body flickers like she's like sitting in a corner. And he body flickers to her. And he puts his arm around her waist and says, I'm not making kids with any other girl but this girl right here. And he pull up close to her. You know what I mean? So basically, she's not blushing, and Tsunade says, okay, Naruto. And she says, what if I give you something? And he says, give me what? And she slowly starts buttoning her shirt. And says, what if I was to give you something special? And Naruto says, if you were. She socks the mess out of Tsunade. Says, no, Granny. That would be disgusting. You want me to play around with you? How old are you again? And he starts laughing and he says, I'm out of here. And he body flickers with Kiyomi out of there. And he starts laughing and she says, hey Naruto, that wasn't funny. I actually thought you were gonna shoot at me. And he body flickers in front of her. Cause he's walking in front of her. They're like, yeah. His face facing her. Okay. I'm gonna say he grabbed her waist and he says, to think that I would cheat on you is probably impossible, cause I would never do that. And he picks her up and kisses her. And he body flickers to their room. 18 plus scene probably. Don't know. I'm gonna start making this 13 plus. Cause I don't want all my videos to be about sex. And somebody bending over. And then when the sex happens, everybody get hyped in chat. So I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop with the sex, but I'm gonna crank it down a little bit. I remember every episode, sex. Especially on that. But if Naruto was a lustful demon king, go check that out. basically, Naruto, he brings her to the bed, and he starts kissing on her. And she unburns her shirt. And she takes off Naruto's shirt. And she puts her arms, her below storage knockers on Naruto. Naruto, no, keep feeling it. Naruto, he basically, no. Boom! If you don't know what that means, we can put it out simpler for you. Basically, he's sticking in. Yeah, I'm just give it to you. He's sticking in. If my mama find my channel, won't be mad. She'll beat my back. Basically, start going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And as I said, I would stop to save the videos to stop being so freaky. Blow my mind, man. So basically, he grabbed her, Grizzongle songs. And basically, he start, like squishing her. Yeah, start squishing her. And he starts kissing on her body. And he's going back and forth. And he says, "Can we have for me some kids right now?" And he Tom's choo-choo train, choo-choo. Basically, he do that in her, and ejaculate inside. She says, now. After she says that, Naruto says, "Kill me. It might take more than one time for you to get pregnant, but yeah, hopefully you are." And she says, "No, Naruto. I know I'm pregnant, but I can just feel it." And Naruto says, "Huh?" She says, "Yeah, I can feel it." And basically, I think he says, "I can just feel it." Naruto, he takes it out, and he gives her a ring. He says, "Here you go." And he slides on her finger, and says, "I didn't have to ask you if you were gonna marry me or be my fiance, because I knew what you would say. Yes." And she says, "Yes, Naruto, I will." And he laughs and says, "What did I say?" It's still like it's nothing like it, but she says, "Naruto, I'm pregnant, remember?" And he says, "Okay." And basically a 10-year, not 10-year time scale. I think it's 6 months when you have your baby. 8 or 9. I don't even know. Hold on. Basically, she was pregnant for like 40 weeks. Nothing, he could have tapped her or anything. And she didn't eat. Like, she ate, but, like, when she ate, she had to eat stuff the baby liked, not that she liked. And she didn't like the stuff. Some of the stuff she liked, some of the stuff that the baby liked, she liked. I mean, some of the stuff that she liked, the baby liked. But most of the, it was like 25%. 75% is up that the baby liked and she liked. The other 25%, Basically, after that, she got pregnant. Her water breaks. And Naruto picks her up. Cause he already knows the baby finna come. He don't say nothing. He just pick her up and doom to Tsunade. We doom to Tsunade. He says, "Tsunade, help." She says, "Tsunade, quickly, I need your help." She's having a baby. And basically, after she was having a baby, she said she's having a baby. Basically, after he says that, Tsunade says he picks up. All of a sudden, she just get this humane strength. She pick up, Kiyomi, And she says, Naruto, we can't have you in the room right now. And she got like 15 women Anbu and women from the villages. And he just see like 30, 40 girls going in there. Like, and he says, is that serious? Okay. What if they do this if a baby's born every time? And he says, I know they didn't do this when I was born. At least my kid's lucky. And this kid gonna be a boy. I'd say he ain't gonna be that important. Probably not. No, he not gonna be that important. So basically after that, Naruto says, as he yawns, and he been sitting out there for like, oh no man, he been sitting out there for a minute. That's all I'm gonna say. He been sitting out there for a minute, and he falls asleep. Wake up. He knocks on Hokage's door, and he sees Kiyomi, or like he walks in there, and he sees Kiyomi sleeping with his child. And it's a boy. You already know. I don't know what we could call him. It's gonna be a good name. Probably, cause I'm thinking of a name. I did not mean to show that. Couldn't think of no name, so basically, Kiyomi wakes up, and she yawns. She says, Naruto, are you there? And that's me, Kiyomi. And she says, what's his name? And Naruto says, Naruto Jr. And Kiyomi says, no, that's not his name. We're not naming our son Naruto Jr. And Naruto says, why? Why not? And she says, if someone were to walk up to you, say, oh, hi, Naruto, they will mistake you for the wrong person. And Naruto says, yeah, but that's what I'm adding the junior for. She says, no, that's not his name. His name would be, She says, she's thinking. She says, Alexander. And Naruto busts out laughing and says, no, I'd rather have his name to be Naruto Jr. than Alexander. And they keep arguing about what the baby name should be. Basically, Tsunade walk in there while they was arguing. And she says, I know what the baby's name should be. And they both look at her and say, what should her name be then? What should his name be? And he says Danny. And they both get their hand back. And they, boy, if you don't get that out of here. And Naruto says, you know, Kiyomi, we can name him Alexander. But you have to promise to put the Uzumaki at the end of his name. And she says, I thought we were going to put a Chia. And they start arguing about what his last name is going to be. And he says, it's settled. It's going to be Uzumaki. She says, okay, Naruto, whatever you want. And he says, whatever, huh? And he says, I'm officially changing this baby's name to Naruto Jr. And she says, no, his name is Alexander Uzumaki. And he says, okay. Or I'm going to say no, the baby's name is Naruto Uzumaki II. And she says, that is good. Okay. Basically, we time skip a couple years. And Naruto, he's just training her and stuff like that. I mean, training Alexander. And basically, Naruto, he says, after a long day of training, they get home. And Kiyomi's just sitting there. And I'm gonna say she chilling. Chilling watching a movie. Yeah, she chilling watching a movie. And Naruto, he goes in there, he kisses Kim in her cheek. And Alex says, no, I ain't gonna do all that. Ew, it's nasty. It's not disgusting, but basically Alex says, ooh, mommy and daddy are kissing. And after she says mommy and daddy are kissing, Kim starts blushing. And now that Jefferson says, hopefully you'll find you a girl one day. And maybe you'll get to do a little more than just kiss her. And he says, what does that mean? And he says, mommy, what does that mean, huh? Or he lucky doesn't know. He says, mommy, what does that mean more than kiss her? And she says, well, you'll, just don't worry about it right now. And he says, all these questionings are giving me suspicious. He says, mommy, how was I made? Did I come back? And she says, storks, of course. They came down from the sky and they gave me a baby. Yay. And she says, mommy, that doesn't make sense. If people are giving storks, how are they supposed to be getting genes? She says, oh no, he's catching on. And Naruto says, son, I'll tell you how you were made. And she thinks that Naruto's finna tell him the whole truth. And she says, son, listen here. He grabs his shoulder and gets down on one knee to get to his level and says, I made you. Me and your mother. We built you from a workshop. You are a toy. And he says, what time? I mean, what? And Kim says, Naruto, don't say that. And don't play with him. Don't play with his mind like that. And he starts joking around. And Naruto starts laughing and says, you should have seen the look of your face. And he says, that's not funny. As he walks away into his room. And he says, wait, you're not going to come eat? He says, Alex says, no. He says, whatever. We're eating nachos anyway. And he walks out the room and says, fine, I guess I'll eat. And then Naruto says, yeah, you hear them nachos, but you can run it. And basically he says, yeah, whatever, Dad. And basically after that, after he says, yeah, whatever, Dad. The Otsutsuki race is working on the plan to get rid of Naruto. And Naruto child. Cause Naruto child is so overpowered. I'm gonna say, cause he got all the dojutsu. He know all the chakra natures, and he got all the chakra natures. He know most of the jutsus, and forbidden. He know the flying Raijin, or whatever you want to call it, flying god. He know a lot of stuff. Chidori, Black Chidori, Vermilion Rasengan. Like, oh yeah, and I forgot Naruto gave his son 25% of Karama. So yeah, and they like best they perfect Jujutsu. Yeah, there you go. So basically Naruto, he says, oh, son, it's been a long day. I see they just got done eating. And Alex says, yeah, what happened that? And basically after he says that, he says, well, I'm gonna go to sleep now. And Naruto says, okay, and says, okay. Naruto says, okay. And Kion says, no. Did you brush your teeth? And I think he says, did you brush your teeth? Whatchamacallit? Alex is like, Mom, I don't need to brush my teeth every single night. She says, yes, you do. Go brush your teeth right now. And after he says that, Naruto says, son, you have to go brush your teeth. I see he's sorry. Says, now come on, babe. Let's go to sleep. She starts grabbing her waist, pulling her to bed. And she says, um, okay, Naruto. And she heads out for Naruto in the room. And whatchamacallit, he just brushing his teeth. Alex is brushing his teeth. I said I was yeah, Alex is brushing his teeth, right? Here's some loud noises coming from their room. And he says, he get done brushing his teeth, he still hears it. He knocks on the door. And Naruto says, speak, you're being too loud. And Naruto opens the door with just his head peeking out. And the door's cracked. Like, well, you can only see Naruto's head and nothing else behind him. And he says, yeah, what is it, son? And, he says, yeah, what is it, son? And Alex says, I heard some loud noises coming from over here. Like, you guys okay? And Naruto says, yeah, we're just tickling each other. Or he says, no, we're just watching a movie. And he leaves. Whatever. As he goes back to bed. And that's when he leaves after now. As he goes back to bed, he hears a big old, like, they all hear like a big old thump. Not like a thump, but like when something, when something enter the atmosphere and like start going towards Earth, and you hear that doom, like the scale. I don't know, it's called windbreaker or something like that. When they like break or something. Basically, yeah, that's what happened. And basically, he get to that, like you see, Naruto runs outside. He says, what the? And he sees 3 Otsutsuki, the highest ranking ones. And he says, Naruto. He says, Naruto Otsutsuki, you should die today. And that's why I'm going to end this episode off.